right, good morning, and thank you all for joining us this morning. The beginning of November tends to be the unofficial mile marker for the end of the year and closing out, going down the home stretch of the year. Through a whole of government approach with policing and non-policing efforts, overall, we are safer in the city of Atlanta. Violent crime is down across the city of Atlanta at this time for this year. Before we go into the reason for gathering today, I wanted to quickly mention a few items on the non-policing side that have had a significant impact on the crime stats that you'll hear. This is our year of the youth, and since last winter, we have been promoting and expanding our safe spaces for our youth to make sure that Atlanta youth have a place to go and something to do around the clock when school is on break. Our second year of the Summer Youth Employment Program was a runaway success, with over 5,000 youth being employed in the city of Atlanta, making over $15 an hour. Our director of the Office of Violence Reduction, Marcus Walker, he hit the ground running and has been working with stakeholders to take our intervention efforts directly to the community. Our nightlife division, in only its second year in operation, has helped to greatly reduce violent crime at our nightlife establishments by working with our good operators and making sure that they came to our training day exercises to teach them how to de-escalate violence and issues at our nightlife. We broke ground on our center for diversions and services earlier last year, and those doors are set to open early next year. And the list goes on and on of all of the non-policing strategies that we have to try to bring down violent crime in the city of Atlanta, and it's been working, and the numbers prove that to be true. We stand here before you in front of Lenox Square. 1 million to 1.5 million people come to this place each and every month. And this is one of the busiest places in the southeastern United States for folks to come to get goods and services taken care of here at Lenox Square Mall. This is a place that a lot of people come to. And this year, we have seen a great reduction by working with the team here at Lenox Square, by working with APD, AFRD, and the team here of security officials here at Lenox Square. Violent crime is down here as well. And we want to, as we go into this shopping season, for people across the city of Atlanta to know that we will be vigilant about making sure that people can shop, that they can dine, that they can entertain in peace across the city of Atlanta, whether it's here at Lenox, whether it's at Phipps, whether it's at the Mall West End, Greenbrier, Buckhead Village, whether it's Pond City Market, small businesses across the city of Atlanta. We plan to make sure that you are safe for our customers as well as for the people that work there, the employees. And so this year, we are being extremely vigilant at all of our shopping centers. Beyond the shopping centers, we are making an even deeper connection to our colleges and universities across this city to make sure that throughout this time that we will continue to be safe there as well. Today, you will hear from Chief Schierbaum and Chief Smith about what our public safety officials are doing on their end to continue keeping Atlanta's safety and health throughout the end of the year. First, I want to bring up APD Chief Schierbaum to discuss Operation Deep Freeze. Chief?
Good morning, Mayor. And Mayor, we didn't name it Deep Freeze, then what the temperature would be today, so I just want you all to know that. But thank you all for enduring the cold temperatures this morning to bring an important message to your viewers and your readers. And thank you, Mayor, for making public safety the cornerstone of your administration and using all forces to fight crime in our city. We are fortunate that we are seeing a reduction in homicides and our shootings in our city and other crimes against persons, but we still see too many. And there are individuals that are carrying guns that should not be carrying guns, that are engaged in criminal activity that need to be put in a courtroom so we can continue that reduction. And so the mayor mentioned Operation Deep Freeze, which is a continuation of our summer crime reduction plan. That is using the expertise of the Atlanta Police Department, our sworn members, as well as our civilian analysts, as well as our partnerships from the Fulton County Sheriff's Department, from the FBI, the GBI, the Attorney General's Office, the District Attorney's Office, the ATF, as well as the U.S. Attorney's Office, to make sure that individuals that we know pose a risk to all 245 of our neighborhoods who are wanted or who have been engaged in criminal activity, that they are located, they are arrested, and they are put before a courtroom. That has been key to our crime reduction so far this year, and we are going to continue it through the winter and fall months as Atlantans go about enjoying this great city. Many of you already probably have your tickets to the Fox Theater. You're going to be going to the Symphony. You're going to be shopping in our city. And we want you to know today what we're doing to make sure that that is going to be the safe experience that the mayor referred to. In addition to our targeted crime enforcement, behind me you see a number of new Atlanta police vehicles that have been purchased through the mayor's initiative to ensure that the men and women that protect this city have the equipment to do so. New cars are arriving weekly in the city. As we get into our holiday plan, administrative officers that normally carry out certain functions in police headquarters and other locations out to the city will be cutting those hours and going to our shopping areas all across the city, going to areas that we know Atlantans and visitors to our city will be going to enjoy the holiday season. You will see more Atlanta police officers out. You will see more Atlanta police cars where you go to enjoy the holiday season. And if I can leave you with just a couple more tips to make sure this is a safe season and no Grinch steals your holiday joy, I just want to give you a couple things. As you're shopping, please make sure you keep those packages with you. Do not leave them in your car as you go from one location to next. Lock them up, keep them safe, or keep them with you. If you have packages being delivered to your home, make sure you're going to be home or you have them delivered to a trusted neighbor or a location within your community that has volunteered to do that for you. If you're going to be out of town, stop your mail delivery, have someone pick that up for you, keep your lights on, a timer, do something to let the bad guys know that you are not a victim, and be very mindful about the stealing of packages, even from your neighbor's porch, because if you see something suspicious, we want you to report it to 911. And then register your cameras. Connect Atlanta is the new version of the Neighborhood Watch. It allows every ring camera, every door camera to be part of the safety network. If we have someone in your neighborhood that is impacting your safety, we want to identify them quickly and place them in a courtroom. And so by registering your cameras, you can help this department quickly identify someone that is not sharing in the joy of the holiday. So Mayor, thank you so much for all you're doing to support the men and women in law enforcement, and we look forward to joining all Atlantans in making this the safest holiday ever in Atlanta, Georgia.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you. Thank you, Chief. And yes, we want to continue the Clean Car campaign to make sure that as you're shopping, you take your packages with you and you don't leave things on your front seat of your car, providing an opportunity for someone to want to steal those items. And so also, as we talked about crime and safety and how violent crime, shootings, homicides, rapes are down in the city of Atlanta, we want to make sure that we also talk about fire safety and your health and well-being. Unfortunately, the holidays are some of the busiest weeks that the Atlanta Fire Rescue Department has on record. But fortunately, the men and women of AFRD are well trained and dedicated, and they absolutely love this city. To discuss their efforts over the next few weeks and the next few months, and these new rapid rescue response vehicles that we have behind us, I now want to bring up our AFRD Chief, Rod Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to be here today on behalf of the men and women of Atlanta Fire Rescue, and I'm here to share with you that the members are prepared to respond to the needs of the city of Atlanta from all 36 fire stations as we move into what we consider our peak fire season. This is the time of the year where we get the majority of our fire calls, and so therefore we refer to it as fire season. We encourage you to make sure that you have your furnaces inspected and make sure that they are operating properly. If you are utilizing space heaters, we ask that you use them appropriately by making sure that they are at least 3 feet away from anything combustible, and make sure that your CO detectors or your carbon monoxide detectors are operating properly. We're proud to share with you that the Atlanta Fire Rescue Department will be implementing, coming very soon into your communities, our rapid response unit. You will see the trucks behind you. You will see our quick intervention teams that will be responding to advanced and basic medical care calls within the city of Atlanta. These vehicles, we feel, are very nimble, and they will assist in us providing the best services that we can to the citizens of Atlanta. We also are very excited to announce the opening of our first EMS station on the south side of Atlanta, and it will be staffed with 2 ambulances owned by the City of Atlanta and Atlanta Fire Rescue to provide transport services to those in need on the south side of the city. We anticipate more of those initiatives will be coming in the future, and we thank our mayor for his unwavering support of the Atlanta Fire Rescue Department and ensure that we have the resources that we have to make sure that we support the City of Atlanta. And so thank you, Mr. Mayor, and we appreciate our partnership with the Police Department and Chief Shearbaum, and we look forward to serving you in the City of Atlanta. Thank you. Mr. Mayor?
Thank you, Chief. And, we want to make sure you guys have an opportunity to check out these quick response vehicles and to also know that, again, Atlanta Fire Rescue Department definitely puts out fires, but a lot of the calls that they get are for people having shortness of breath, people that are having experiencing a heart attack or some other medical issue. And so these quick response vehicles are going to allow the Atlanta Fire Rescue Department to be able to go out there and save lives quicker and have a quicker response time. This is on top of all of the work that we have with our 911 center that answers your call quickly and makes sure that people are able to get to you right on time. And so you heard from the fire chief, you heard from the police chief, and we just wanted to let you know about our preparations for this shopping season as we close out this year. I'll take any questions at this time.
Absolutely. Go to our website or any of our social media platforms. You'll have a link on there to register your camera. It's very quick. You let us know that you are involved in your neighborhood safety. You do have a camera. And then if we are investigating a crime, you will receive an email from us that says we are looking for an individual or a vehicle. And would you play detective for an hour or a little bit to look over your footage to see if you see something that we've asked you to look for, and then if you would be willing to provide that to us. It could well be the thing that breaks the case wide open. And so instead of being on the neighborhood watch where you have to walk around the neighborhood or spend certain times out of the comfort of your home, you can secure your neighborhood just by letting us know you're involved and you're willing to participate.
So these vehicles have been in place for, we purchased them, ordered them well over a year ago. These vehicles are an added initiative to provide a different layer of support for EMS coverage within the City of Atlanta.
Exactly how will the Rapid Response Program work?
So the Rapid Response Program is designed to service the entire City of Atlanta. As you know, we have 36 stations around the city with apparatus prepared to respond. These vehicles will move or migrate through the city as the call volume rises to assist with ensuring that we have equipment to cover the city adequately.
So guns continue to be a problem in cars. What is your advice to people who are coming out to checks?
I was going to let the fire chief handle that, but I got to lock up your guns. There are devices that are being sold, and soon this department will be assisting in distributing some. There are lock boxes that if you are going to be a responsible gun owner, when you purchase the gun, you should purchase a lockbox. When you purchase the ammunition, make sure you got the lockbox. That is to be secured and held by law-abiding citizens, and we do not want those in the hands of felons, individuals that will take that device and commit other crimes, possibly in this city, possibly across the region, or even out of state. Lock them up. If you're going to be a responsible gun owner, it's not only how to shoot the weapon, it's how to secure the weapon. Certainly. So we're approaching in two ways. There are individuals that as you went to work today, they're going to go to work today to try to break into cars. They're going to look for people that don't follow the Clean Car Campaign. They'll look for individuals that they likely have guns that aren't securing them. That's what they're going to do today. We have put a number of people in jail that have targeted those news stories you've done. We've likely locked up the individuals that did it. What we need is the courts to take that seriously. to know these individuals do impact the safety of Atlantans and the perception of safety. So we ask the judges to please take note of who we place in your courtroom. We do visit locations and ask that they invest in lighting, security guards, cameras, license plate readers. We will notice where areas we've had reductions in car break-ins, there's likely been a private sector investment in the security mechanism as well, and that is key. And so it's also important that when we see youth offenders that are committing this crime, that we have opening and functioning at promise centers, midnight basketball, our PAL centers, our diversion programs, because we're arresting people, 14, 15, young individuals of this city, that we still have time to impact the trajectory of their life. And so while we do have handcuffs and we're locking people up, we're also diverting individuals out of that lifestyle of breaking into vehicles.
Holiday shopping, no doubt there's going to be more shoplifting. Are you going to have plans for these officers out there?
We work very closely. I will tell you, the mall that I'm standing in front of, this center, has one of the best mechanisms of securing the safety that I've seen. I would consider it a standard that should be emulated across the country. They do a very good job reducing theft. We were always a resource to provide guidance of how that can be done better. But with the security mechanisms this mall has in place, they are doing significant amounts to prevent that. This department will always be a partner working to prevent shoplifting.
Exactly. So the rapid response units, which we refer to as quick units, are pickup trucks that are smaller and nimbler than our engines. They are equipped to provide basic and advanced life care support. So they can give you everything that a fire engine can give you. They will have 2 trained medics on those pieces of equipment, and they will be responding throughout the city. And so they won't have a fixed location. They will be going where the call volume is predicted to be higher or unanticipated. They will be shifting as the city's needs change.
It'll help us with our the larger equipment.
So absolutely. So what it does is it gives us 2 additional units to increase the availability of equipment across the city, providing a more robust EMS service for our citizens.
Thank you, guys. Thank you all. Let's go. Yeah.
Mayor, thank you, sir.
Thanks.
We're going to light them up, Chief. We're going to